Hey, I'm Frank Iero from Frank Iero in Your Music Feeds.
Mate, Frank.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Working in Australia.
Thank you very much. It's been quite the journey.
I hear last night on the Australia Day celebrations you witnessed something very interesting.
Well, yeah, I mean, we flew. We had a very long flight. We were in the air for about 25 plus hours, and had connections and delays and lost luggage and canceled flights. And then all of a sudden we landed here. We got to the hotel and we're like, all right, we're just gonna go grab a pint or something. And we got down to the elevator and it just started to, the sky literally opened up. It was like, no, you can't have anything. And we walked outside and we're like, all right, well, there's a convenience store right there. Maybe we'll get some water or something and just go to bed. And as we you step toward literally just step towards the opening to the convenience store, this young man, skinny young man, and just very tiny I can't even it was like a sugar packet worth of shorts that were the Australian flag, and he was just covered in water, he was just drenched, and he rushed up to the corner and then stood like this. And we were like, okay, do we wait for him? We should probably just wait for him to do whatever he's gonna do, And then he just took off. It was like, you guys have Mighty Mouse here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a Mighty Mouse. He just sped off, and I didn't see. It was like this flash of blue, white, and red, and then he was gone. It was so weird.
If that man is out there, please come forward.
Yeah.
Frank needs to meet you.
That's all I think of now. Every time, I just think of Australia. It's oh, that guy. That's Australia.
Yeah. Oh, well, we are very glad you're here. Unfortunately, you did come for Soundwave, but then, of course, the cancellation and everything. So, what was your take on the whole cancellation?
It was disappointing, I've been privy to a lot of information of things that went on and happened throughout the the years and leading up to the cancellation of this. It sucks. You know what I mean? I really was looking forward to playing, so much so that I was like, oh, well, I'm going to come anyway. You know what I mean? I've been looking forward to this trip for a very, very long time. When we first did the record and I found out it was going to come out, and I knew I was going to do touring and stuff like that, one of the places that I really wanted to bring the songs to and play live was Australia. And I was excited when Vagrant made a deal and licensed the record to come out over here. I was like, oh, it's perfect. This is really going to lead up to a great experience and a great tour. And then whatever happened, with politics and things being booked, it just couldn't happen until Soundwave, and then that happened. Yeah. So I was like, oh man, it felt like I don't know if there's a god. I'm going to say Galactus or whoever controls things in the sky.
Being.
Yeah. I felt like that whoever that is, she was just like, no.
Yeah.
You can't come.
Well,
she tried again with our luggage, I think.
Yeah.
It's in the snowstorm.
Well,
by the way, when I think of Galactus, I think it's probably that guy in those shorts. I think that's who it is, and he was just like,
Steve,
he's here.
Galactus.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is good that you're here, and you are playing at Utopia Records around the corner. It's a 4-minute walk. I don't know if you knew that. It's a 4-minute walk.
Where we're staying?
In the west side. Yeah, nailed it. Yeah, so when all that came around, did you want to bring the whole band over?
I did.
But you couldn't, obviously. Expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Things cost money.
Things cost a lot of money. Well, here's the thing, right? So the idea was, we'll come anyway and we'll play shows. But, I know people had already bought tickets for Soundwave and stuff, and I was like, oh, all right, we're going to do, ask them to pay again to, come see another show. And, so it didn't make sense to me to punish people, for something that was out of everybody's hands. So I was like, all right, well, what if we came down and did like free shows? And then I saw the bill and I was like, oh God, all right, well, maybe we can't do that. That would that's kind of astronomical. I think if we were probably in a different financial setting, we could probably try something like that, but it just didn't work. So the next best bet was, all right, let's talk to the label, let's see what we can do and how we can come down and perform for kids and not ask for anything, just ask for them to show up. And so Utopia and Eureka, came out and they're like, hey, we'd love to work with you and do this. And it just so happens that, everybody was cool to do it. So we'll see. I mean, knock on wood. I hope it turns out really fun. I think it's going to be awesome.
I'm sure it will be. Now, what I am going to ask before I let you run off, will we be seeing some new stuff from you in the coming months?
Yeah, it's funny. I think the next 3 weeks for us are really, really busy. Shit, I think the next 6 months for us are going to be really busy. I think when we finish here, we go home and we have rehearsals for a week of recording in February with somebody that I've wanted to record with ever since I was a little kid, and then we're going to be finishing up writing for the full length and recording that probably late spring, early summer.
Look forward to hearing the new stuff.
Yeah, there's new stuff coming.
Thank you very much for joining us, Frank.
That was my pleasure.
And enjoy the rest of Australia, and don't see any half-naked men in short shorts.
I hope they... Yeah,
or do. Either
been there,
one.
done that. Yeah.